All you.
Okay, I'm Ryan Kendall, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about me. I'm going to start off with my family. Start with my immediate family, and I don't know why that cut in, but I got me, my sister, my mom, and my dad. I got the arrows to show you a little bit of, we kind of get this a lot. My sister, you can tell, we kind of look exactly alike. My sister's basically just a female version of me. And then my dad, if you get a more recent picture, you can tell a little bit more, but I look like a younger him. I was going through pictures the other day, I actually thought it was me. I don't want to make that connection at all. And then my sister and my mom, they look exactly alike. They get that a lot too. My mom's a lot bitchier, but we don't get into that. Okay, now here's some of my other family. Tried to organize it a little bit because it gets a little bit crazy, but basically we got California, our California vacation in 2011, our summer 2011, and just random pictures. Start out, I got my grandma up in the top left. She's basically the biggest influence in my life. She's always been a friend to me. I get along with her a lot more than I do my parents. I don't really see eye to eye with my parents at all, so my grandma's always the one I turn to. And that's in California. We were eating popcorn while we were waiting for my cousin and my uncle, aunt to finish their shopping. That is the saltiest popcorn I've ever eaten in my life. We had to throw it away because it was like so salty. Then we got my cousin and me. We were at K1 Racing. It's a go-kart racing place in California. And you ended up waiting maybe a half hour between races for 2 races. So we got a little bit bored. Probably tell we weren't exactly too happy there. And then we got our summer vacation and we went to Washington, D.C. And we also went to New York. These both are in Washington, D.C. though. This one we went to see the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, and we had a bus drop us off there. But they kind of lied to us. They said they were going to be back in however set amount of time. They weren't back. They left us there. They had stopped all their runs for that day, and they left us there. So we sat there in the pouring rain for a half hour, and we decided we were probably just going to take the subway. So that's us waiting for the subway after we got left. And then also the day before, that's when this was, we had just got done seeing the Capitol building, and it was 106 degrees out, and we were sweating a lot. That's me just sitting on the sidewalk when my parents, my uncle, and my aunt were trying to figure out what we were going to do next. It's a picture, it's really small, but that's my grandma's dog. He just had surgery, and we were trying to keep him from licking, so he put on shorts, and it's really funny watching a dog walk around with people's shorts on.
Did you reverse it so his tail went through the fly?
Oh, no, we didn't.
Okay, I'd never done that either. But
he doesn't really have a tail. His tail's cropped so much, and he doesn't like wag his tail. He just shakes his butt.
Gotcha.
And then that's me when I was 5, I want to say, with a frog. My grandma used to find all kinds of frogs and like with salamanders or something, and she'd make a big deal out of it, so I'd come over and pick it up. And then here's my baby picture, and don't ask. This is just me goofing around. We got a tricycle. I dare say that was freshman year, messing around. I don't even know when this was. Got my grandpa's leather jacket. It was in the morning before his school. I got a toothbrush in my mom's mouth just messing around. And now we're going to move on to my hobbies. Video games and guns. Those are my 2 main things. I don't know why I didn't have a shirt on, but there's me. I was cleaning this one. These are just the few guns I've picked up in the last 2 years. This one's passed down from, this was my grandpa's gun. It's his 30-06. He gave that to me last year, to use it for deer hunting and stuff like that. And here's a 22 I bought, just, it's kind of my project. I've been adding more and more to it every couple weeks. I got it last year. I probably got $600 into it. And then just my 20 gauge, it's the first gun I ever got. And then my sister, I don't know why, but she took a couple pictures of the targets. So I figured I might as well throw those in. I like video games a lot. I do spend a lot of time on those just because there's not a whole lot else to do when you live in the middle of nowhere, other than guns. So I just put two of my favorites. I got Call of Duty Black Ops and Skyrim. I've lost my life to those sometimes. And then we got some lows. There's my cyst.
Oh.
I have a 6 centimeter cyst in my left brain. Found that out last March. That wasn't too good. I went in, had been having migraines, so we went in and got an MRI just to be safe. I was out of school for maybe a week just from migraines nonstop, which is actually where I was yesterday. And 3 days later, we got a phone call. It was a weekend, and I got a phone call from my mom at 6 a.m. in the morning, and said that we needed to go to the U of M. Said they found something.
So what's the prognosis on that? What are they looking at? Is it?
It's just a cyst. It's called an arachnoid cyst.
Okay.
It's most of the time they think somewhere around 1 in 10 people actually has one of these in their head.
They just don't know.
So one of you guys can have one.
No.
But we went in last month for a checkup 6 months after this. Or wow, I'm terrible at that. Oh, anyway, we went in last month and checked on it. It had not grown at all, so that's good. We're not going to do anything to it. The doctors basically said that if we tried to do anything, it would just end up being much worse. There's not really a whole lot you can do for it. I have prescription painkillers for it. It's a mild narcotic.
Do they work?
Not for shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say sometimes they're not what they're cracked up to be.
No, I was out all day yesterday. I went home and slept from 8 till 6:30.
Wow, I'm sorry, that's not something you can really get away from either.
No, it's not. But and then here in the end, I got my highs. I pretty much, after finding out you have a 6 centimeter cyst in your head, it's pretty much uphill from there. There's not a whole lot worse that you can find out. Everything after that, everything I do now just seems like it's much better. Everything's more fun.
That's a good optimistic attitude, though. That's a good thing.
But that's my presentation. Back to the beginning.
Nicely done. Nicely done.